What if I told you that one of the strangest things human beings do happens not when they are sad, not when they are heartbroken, not when they are grieving, but when they are incredibly happy? Think about it. A father watches his child take their very first steps. A mother sees her son or daughter graduate after years of hard work. An athlete finally wins the championship they have dreamed about for years. Someone hears the words, "The treatment worked. You're going to be okay. You made it." And suddenly, their eyes begin to fill with tears. Their voice starts to shake. Their breathing changes. And before they can stop it, they begin to cry. But why? Why does the same reaction that appears during heartbreak also appear during joy? Why do humans cry during some of the happiest moments of their lives? And could it be that tears of happiness reveal something extraordinary about the human mind? Tonight, we are exploring one of the most fascinating mysteries of human psychology. A story involving emotion, evolution, relationships, the brain, and the hidden reasons why happiness can sometimes bring us to tears. This is the story of why humans cry when they are happy. To understand this mystery, we need to begin with a surprising fact. Humans are the only known species that produce emotional tears. Many animals produce tears to protect and lubricate their eyes, but crying because of emotions appears to be uniquely human. A dog may feel excitement. An elephant may experience grief. A chimpanzee may display signs of complex emotions. But only humans can sit quietly, remember a moment, feel overwhelmed by emotion, and begin to cry. Why would evolution create such a strange ability? After all, crying doesn't seem particularly useful for survival. When we cry, our vision becomes blurry. We appear vulnerable. We temporarily lose control of our facial expressions. At first glance, none of these seem like advantages. Yet emotional tears have remained part of human behavior for thousands of generations, which suggests they serve an important purpose. Many scientists believe that tears are a form of communication, a powerful signal, a language without words, a way of telling others, something important is happening inside me. And remarkably, other people understand that message almost instantly. Imagine seeing someone standing across a room. They say nothing. They make no dramatic movements, but tears are running down their face. Immediately, your attention is captured. You know something significant is happening. You feel curious, concerned, empathetic. You want to know what they are experiencing. In this way, tears help create connection. They invite understanding. They strengthen social bonds. And social bonds have always been essential to human survival. For most of human history, humans survived not because they were the strongest creatures on Earth, but because they worked together. They formed tribes, families, communities, relationships. Anything that strengthened those connections became valuable. And emotional expression became one of the most important tools humans possessed. Tears were part of that system. But this still doesn't answer the question, why do we cry when we're happy? To understand that, we must first understand something important about emotions. Most people imagine emotions as separate categories: happiness, sadness, fear, anger, love, each existing independently. But the reality is far more complicated. Human emotions often overlap. They mix together. They influence one another. Sometimes several emotions exist simultaneously. Imagine a parent watching their child get married. Are they happy? Of course. But are they only happy? Not necessarily. They may also feel nostalgic. They may remember holding that child for the first time, teaching them to walk, watching them grow up. They may feel pride, love, gratitude, a sense of loss, a sense of change, all at once. In that moment, their emotional experience becomes enormous, too large to fit neatly into a single category. And sometimes, tears emerge. This reveals one of the most important truths about tears of happiness. They are often not caused by happiness alone. They are caused by emotional intensity. Think about some of the moments when people most commonly cry tears of joy. A wedding, the birth of a child, a long-awaited reunion, a life-changing achievement, recovery from a serious illness, winning a championship, achieving a lifelong dream. Notice something interesting. These moments are not merely happy. They are emotionally overwhelming. They represent years of effort, years of uncertainty, years of hope, years of fear, years of anticipation. And when everything finally comes together, the emotional pressure becomes enormous. Sometimes, the body responds by crying. Psychologists have proposed an interesting theory for this phenomenon. It is known as a dimorphous emotional expression. This occurs when people express a strong emotion using a seemingly opposite behavior. For example, have you ever seen someone react to an adorable baby by saying, "You're so cute, I could squeeze you"? They don't actually want to hurt the baby. Their brain is simply responding to an overwhelming emotional experience. Similarly, people sometimes laugh when they are nervous, smile when they are embarrassed, or cry when they are happy. Researchers believe these reactions may help regulate emotional intensity. When emotions become extremely powerful, the brain introduces a seemingly opposite response to help restore balance. In other words, tears of happiness may act like an emotional pressure valve, a way for the mind to release excess emotional energy. Now, consider another fascinating aspect of happiness. Many of life's greatest joys come after periods of struggle. Think about an athlete training for years, waking up before sunrise, pushing through injuries, facing defeats, experiencing setbacks, questioning whether the dream is even possible. Then finally, victory arrives. In that moment, they are not simply experiencing happiness. They are experiencing relief, gratitude, pride, exhaustion, disbelief, and the release of years of emotional tension, all at the same time. The tears are not just about winning. They are about everything that happened before the victory. The same thing happens in countless areas of life. A student graduates after years of studying. A couple finally becomes parents after a long struggle. A patient receives life-changing medical news. A family reunites after years apart. These moments contain layers of emotion. The happiness exists alongside memories of fear, doubt, sacrifice, and uncertainty. When all those emotions converge, tears often follow. There is another reason tears appear during happiness, and it may be even deeper. Human beings are meaning-making creatures. We do not simply experience events. We assign meaning to them. Imagine someone holding their newborn child for the first time. Objectively, they are simply holding a baby. But emotionally, they are experiencing much more. They are imagining the future, thinking about responsibility,
Love, family, possibility, hope. The moment becomes larger than itself. It becomes symbolic. And when an experience carries profound meaning, its emotional impact becomes stronger, sometimes strong enough to produce tears. Memory also plays a crucial role. Many joyful moments connect the present to the past. Imagine attending a graduation ceremony. You are not only experiencing the event itself, you are remembering countless moments that led to it. The late nights, the failures, the doubts, the sacrifices, the effort. All of those memories suddenly become part of the present experience. The brain isn't processing one moment, it is processing years of moments simultaneously. And that emotional weight can be overwhelming. Interestingly, people often cry during moments they know will never happen again. A wedding day, a final performance, a farewell, a milestone achievement, a reunion after many years. Why? Because humans are aware of time. We understand that certain experiences are unique. We know some moments cannot be repeated, and that awareness adds emotional power. Part of us is celebrating the moment. Another part is recognizing its rarity, its fragility, its importance. And once again, tears become the result. Perhaps this is why tears of happiness feel so different from tears of sadness. Both involve intense emotion, but happiness tears often contain something else, a sense of gratitude, a recognition of beauty, an appreciation for life itself. They remind us that some experiences matter deeply, that some moments leave permanent marks on our hearts, and that sometimes words are not enough. Because in the end, crying is not simply a response to pain, it is a response to significance. The human mind cries when something becomes emotionally larger than language, larger than explanation, larger than ordinary experience. Sometimes that happens during loss, but sometimes it happens during joy. Because joy can be overwhelming too. Love can be overwhelming. Relief can be overwhelming. Hope can be overwhelming. And when emotions become too powerful for words, the body speaks in another language, the language of tears. So, the next time you see someone crying during a beautiful moment, remember this: they are not necessarily sad. They may be experiencing something far more complex, a flood of memories, a lifetime of effort, a deep sense of gratitude, a profound appreciation for the moment unfolding before them. Because perhaps tears of happiness are not signs of weakness. Perhaps they are signs that we are fully alive, signs that we care deeply, signs that something truly matters. And maybe that is one of the most beautiful things about being human, the ability to feel life so intensely that happiness itself can bring tears to our eyes.